Topic 13.5, inventory metrics. So we have lots of ways to determine our inventory, how fast it turns over, our fill rate, and other things. So I'm just going to go over 3 of them to help you guys figure this out when you guys get out there. So we have inventory turnover, which is our annual cost of goods sold divided by our average value of our inventory. So that's the actual dollar value of the inventory. So here's a scenario. So a company's annual cost of goods sold is $12 million. And it has an average inventory of $2,400,000. So if that company operates for 52 weeks each year, what is its inventory turnover? So the numbers are already here. So our inventory, or our cost of goods sold is $12 million. It said the annual cost was $12 million. And it has an average inventory of $2,400,000. So we put the $2,400,000 on the bottom because that's where the average value of inventory is. And then we do the math and it turns out to be 5 turns. So you can say it turns over 5 times in the year. So we also have fill rates. So what does that mean? Well, basically this is how many orders can we fill successfully. So we have 2 scenarios here. We have scenario A and B. Then we have the items ordered. So for example, line 1 there, line 1 says 10 items are ordered. Scenario 1 filled all 10 of those, and then scenario B filled 0 of them. So you can take a look here and see that scenario A is filling the lower order quantities first, or have those as a priority. Or scenario B is actually filling the higher order quantities first. So when we look at that, scenario A filled 180 of the 400 total on order, which is only a 45% service. That sucks. And then our scenario B, while they filled 310 of those 400, it's only 69%. That's still not acceptable. So when we look at the lines, just did we fill the entire line? Well, scenario A filled 9 out of the 10 at 90%, which is better, but still we can do better. And scenario B only filled 4 out of the 10, which is 40%. So these are just 2 ways of looking at the same information. So however your company decides, does it do a first order in gets filled first, or does it look at all the orders for the day and see, well, let's fill all the small ones so we can get rid of those orders so we have a higher fill percentage, or do they look at the specific items? That's up onto your company to figure that out. So finally, days of inventory supply. How long, or how many days of inventory do you have on hand? So we have our days of inventory, which equals our current inventory divided by our average daily usage. You can think of that as sales. So if we have 10 on the shelf and we're selling 2 a day, the simple 10 divided by 2 is 5. So we'd have 5 days of inventory. So let's go on to this scenario here. So there are currently 800 pairs of headphones sitting in your stock room. So our current inventory is 800. If you sell an average of 240 headphones each day, how many days of supply do you have? Well, the average daily usage would be that 240. So that actually comes up to 3.33 days of supply. So pretty simple. It's nothing here to trick you. And if you have any questions, send me an email.